Hello, crafters! This is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here with the Lucky Savings Are Here sale. So this is a St. Patrick's sale, but it has nothing to do with St. Patrick's Day, really. It's not only St. Patty's Day themed items, which Spellbinders actually doesn't have like a ton of them anyway. It's a lot of different categories. Think dies, even cardstock. A lot of cardstock is on sale. This is a great time for cardstock, so there will be a category just for cardstock. Stamps, embellishments, embossing, some bundles, and hero arts. There will also be timestamps in this video. And crafters, don't forget to check your wish list. Make sure if anything is in this sale and you want it, because there are some things that are like 50% off or more. So definitely check the wish list just to see if the product has moved to where you want to get it now. There are some things that are on the way out as well. Also, check your rewards. Remember, rewards at Spellbinders equals cash. And if you bought the in-person Oh What Fun event or the virtual event, I am showing you the graphic here because Spellbinders is having this fabulous in-person workshop, also a virtual option as well. I'll link my video here where I go into more detail about it. If you did purchase that, fingers crossed that the rewards will apply to your account as well. If that occurs, thumbs up, then you should have some rewards to apply to a future purchase like now. Yay! Speaking about the Oh What Fun crafting event, which is going to be August 27th to 29th, that's a Thursday to a Saturday. Crafters, I moved up my date and I got my ticket, my in-person ticket. So I'd love to meet you guys if you can make it in person. That same weekend will also be the virtual event. And I did get my airfare and hotel. So this is a steals and deals sale. So let's talk about that steals and deals that I got for myself. When I was pricing out the airfare alone and the hotel alone, and the hotel is that AC hotel, I was looking at a lot of money. I'm also coming in a little bit early because I do want to go by the office as well, just to visit them and such. When I was pricing out everything, it was coming up there. But then last night, I was looking around and I thought, you know what? Let me see if I go on Orbitz and do it as a package. Oh, did I save a lot, a lot. When I was pricing it out directly with Delta Airlines, United was actually even worse. I didn't even look at Southwest, but I looked at Delta. And then when I was pricing it out with the Marriott Hotel, which is the AC hotel, I am saving roughly from what I was looking at individually. I was getting up there to almost $2,000. I am half that. So, a steals and deals if you want to attend this in-person workshop. Maybe you want to rent a car too. You can package rent a car and hotel or airfare and hotel. I'm coming all the way from South Florida. I paid a little extra to choose my seat, to pick a specific flight, because these flights I'm going to be making a stop, but I'm like, in the 6 hour, 7 hour range as opposed to it being 12. So definitely check out Orbitz package, maybe even Expedia too. I just went ahead with the Orbitz. I was so happy to see it. I got my hotel room. Everything is fine and dandy. The only thing I don't have is the meal package. There is a breakfast package I did see at the hotel. Now, before I checked out, I made sure that I have all the right things. The right airport, which is the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. The right hotel, which is the AC Hotel North Norterra. And I did double check the address before I went ahead and booked it. And I also got travel insurance, which is also great, which covers both air and the stay. During August is when it's hurricane season here in South Florida. So I don't know if anything is going to happen that might change up things. So I'm very, very happy I didn't have to purchase 2 separate travel insurance and all that drama. So definitely check out those type of packages too if you are going to fly in like me. So that's the first steals and deals right there for the in-person event. Also, those of you attending the in-person event will also have access to the virtual. Just saying. Both the in-person and virtual will have kits. The in-person will have the kits at the workshop. The virtual, the kits will be mailed to you, okay? And that's $99 for virtual, $549 for the in-person. Also, Kit Club is available. I linked my Kit Club video here, so you can definitely check that out. Also, in the description box, I'm going to be linking clearance, so you can check out that, because some of the things that are in clearance are not in this sale. Okay, so you might want to just check that too. And you get free shipping at $125. So if you purchase a few things, let's say a lot of cardstock and a few clearance items and a few items from this sale, just double check clearance too before you check out, just to see if anything is in there that you might want to get as well. And crafters, I do have a new video. I'll link it here. It's called the IKEA Shop With Me. It's like craft room ideas. Definitely check that out if you wanted to add some things to your craft room. or maybe get ideas for your future craft room, things like that. So it's a fun video. Also in this sale, crafters, you're going to see a lot, and I mean a lot, of Christmas dies. Because last year there were so many collections, you're going to see a lot of them in here. I'm not going to be covering it in this video. I did cover it maybe about 3 steals and deals ago, but you can definitely check those out too. If a lot of them are still on your wish list, definitely look at the Christmas dies. But because I have so much to show you, I'm going to focus on that, okay? But there are a lot of Christmas dies. So you're not seeing doubles if you're like, wow, there's a lot of Christmas dies. Yes, there are. Okay, crafters, let's get into this sale with this fun steals and deals. Let's get started. First up, crafters, we're going to start off with dies, and we're going to start off with my collection, texture and foliage. Most of it is on sale. The only thing that's not on sale is the better press. These are the items that are on sale in my texture and foliage. There is the seasonal wreath foliage, this fabulous die set. This is coming in at $16.50 from $32.99, half off. What a great steal. Look at all the fun here. There is the autumn greetings wreath. This one is coming in at $11.50 from $22.99, also half off. This is more of your fall and more. Plus the twigs here, that can be all year round too. Just a larger twig than beautiful wreaths. And then both of my embossing folders are in this sale. Both of these are 3D embossing folders, 5.5 inch wide, 8.5 inch tall. You would use universal plate system for this. Both of them are $8 from $15.99 each, okay? So $8, what a great deal from $15.99. This one has a larger detail and this one has a smaller detail. Both of them are great for texture, can be used across the board on any style of card. Love that. So linen and dimpled. Now let's look at some quick examples. Crafters, you just don't know how happy I am that I got a great deal on that air and hotel as a package. I'm telling you, thumbs up. So with the seasonal wreath foliage, I'm using this one here, which is all year round. So there's an all year round foliage bit that can make a wreath, small circle, large circle, oval, and swag too. And then these are the ones that are more holiday, the sentiment Merry Christmas, and some berries. So here it is with some strawberries from Simon Hurley. Here it is in the background with a guitar. Here it is again with my garden wreath add-on, which seems to be sold out, both at Spellbinders and scrapbook.com. I was surprised. I was like, really? All the beautiful flowers. That's not a new set. And here's another version with that background. So all year round, you can still use this set, the seasonal wreath. Coming into more fall, here it is Halloween. Again, I'm using the all year round here with some berries. I love the berries. Here it is Christmas with this one. And here it is Christmas with that one, the mistletoe. Here's another card too, using it as a swag. So starting up here and ending here, that's using these right here, okay? And then I still have my little berries and then Christmas wreath add-on for the poinsettia and the snowflake. Fun, 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 fun. Definitely mix, match, and play between texture and foliage and the beautiful wreath collection and other collections as well. And both of my collections work very well with better press and glimmer too, like those type of backgrounds or sentiments, okay? Here are 2 examples for the autumn greetings wreath. Look at this one and that one, super fun. Here I have a little bit of builder wreath on this, and look at the twig too. So fun. You see both embossing folders here. You also saw the embossing folder here. So these 2 are linen. That one is dimpled. Just having fun. This is actually the back of dimpled. So you could have it showing like this or the reverse side. It works both ways. So does this one too. Yay! So definitely check out texture and foliage. So much fun. Oh, what fun. Up next is the beautiful wreaths collection. Some of it is on sale, not all of it. So what is on sale? These 3. These 2 are not on sale. This one is out of stock, garden wreath add-on. And builder wreath is also not in the sale, okay? So builder wreath would be the starting set, which has the twig. There's a larger twig in the autumn greetings wreath I just showed you as well. And some pine and flowers. And then garden wreath has all these flowers, and you're going to see it on most of my examples because I use the garden wreath add-on a lot, and I also use the Christmas wreath add-on a lot. In this sale, there is birthday wreath add-on, which has all these fun birthday goodies. Birthday wreath is coming in at $20.99 from $29.99. Party hat, cupcake, balloon, present, streamers, little birthday doodads, and then the sentiment happy birthday with the shadow. Christmas wreath add-on is $16.50 from $32.99. Lots of fun here. Bow, ornament, snowman, Christmas tree, poinsettia, snowflakes, and then the sentiment season's greetings with the shadow. And then Halloween wreath add-on. This is $14 from $27.99. I have multiples of my own set. Yes, I bought a lot of my sets when they were on sale. So I have like multiples of each. Some more than others, okay? Halloween wreath add-on. Bow, the sentiment, happy Halloween with the shadow, a ghost, candy, witch hat, and a little jack-o'-lantern and some fun bats. I love my bats. I love a good bat die, so it had to be that way on my own die set. Yes, it must. For the birthday cards, I do love my cupcake. This is another die set that I love too, cupcakes. I have so many cupcake dies from different brands. And this one is just so fun because it's just the right size, not too big, not too small, and just super fun. You could use my cupcakes. I haven't done this, but I could use it on this card as well. Just substitute my strawberries for cupcakes on a card and have, happy birthday. And then the sentiment is already there with the shadow. Isn't that fun? Thumbs up for that. So this is a stack of cupcakes. Here are 4 individual cupcakes, just having fun with the colors. Here's another cupcake being highlighted with this great sentiment. And then look at that glimmer in the background and the stitching. Fun. For the balloons, look at these cards. But for this easel card, which is a masculine easel card, we have balloons and the hats. Fun, fun, fun. And then this one is also an easel as well. Balloons. And then the cute panda, which is now a die set. Part of the Sending Hugs collection. I'll link my video here. That's a newer collection. So you could get this panda that can also be a bear as a die set. Fun. If you want to get some new items and there are some brand new collections, come back to my channel to see all the new collections too. And if you're liking this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would love your support. And also, if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing. I'm hoping to reach 20,000 subscribers this year. Fingers crossed. That would be really, really nice. I'd love that. So this is the easel card. Isn't that fun too? Up next, Christmas wreath add-on. This is a new card. This was like an experiment in, let me see how far I can go with the poinsettia because I really love my poinsettias. This is the large poinsettia and the small one. The foliage is not from here. I'm shopping my stash. I did this whole collage of poinsettia. I think this is fun. I would work this again and do maybe a collage around a wreath, something similar to this. So one day I'm going to be coming in with something like this with this. And I'll be using a different style than that one, okay? I am mix matching and playing and having ideas with my own collection. There's also this option where you can turn it into a swag. Here you're seeing on the base, build a wreath, but you could also use the new seasonal wreath foliage for the same thing here. Then build those poinsettias. This one has snowflakes too. This one has some of the garden wreath flowers. Here's a card now that has a lot from this set. We have the poinsettias, the sentiment season's greetings, the snowman, and the snowflakes. The only thing in the background, build a wreath. But it could also be seasonal wreath as well. Mix, match, play. Again, have fun. And lastly, Halloween wreath add-on. Look at this one. This has a lot of the goodies here. Here is the jack-o'-lantern again with a ton of candy. So fun. And a different ghost. Again, use a different set, larger ghost, mix, match, play. And then I just showed you the hat here using the seasonal wreath foliage here. Super duper fun. If you love Halloween crafting, this is a better press set to put in your wish list before it retires. I believe it's called the Spiderweb press plate. Get this before it's gone. This is a fabulous press plate for Halloween, just in case. If you're a Halloween person like I am, I love Halloween crafting. That could also have worked here with the sky and everything too. This press plate, winner, thumbs up. Along with my collection too. Working so well with Better Press, right? Yeah. Alrighty, so that's it for texture and foliage and the beautiful wreath. Definitely check them out if you wanted to add some of these goodies to your stash. Up next, Club Blooms. Club Blooms is 30 from 40. I'm going to be talking about some floral dies right now because I love floral dies and Spellbinders has some fantastic ones. This is one of my by far favorites. Spellbinders sent me one. I bought 2 more. This is how much I love the set. So what does it come with? Large flower, small flower, 3 more styles of flowers. Then there's some small little flowers here. Up here is the fabulous foliage, and then here are the little berries. The berries, you can use this, or you can also use these on it. On the reverse side, there's this example that you can make, and this won't take you as long as you think. But when I have 3 sets of it like this, it's for faster crafting. For example, most cards, I'll take out these 6 dies here and run them one time. Then I'll take out a bunch of foliage. At this sizing, each die can fit on a Platinum Scout, the small die cut machine, but I do like to put a bunch and then roll them through my Platinum 6. Here is a Mother's Day card from this month's Kit Club. They're the little berries right here in blue, and this is a different colorway. I was just doing a study in coral and then changing the foliage to brown. Here's another card exploring holiday colors. So this could also be a holiday card, and it could also be an all year round card or a Valentine card. Yay, look at that. Isn't that fun? In the centers, I'm using Treasured Cardstock, also on sale. All of it. Love that. Here's a Sweet 16 card having some fun. Look at all these fun pinks and the silver. Here are 2 more in yellow. Here's another version. And notice that it works on a A2 or a 5x7 or even a large square card. Mix, match, play, have fun. This is a fantastic die set. She is a winner. Put her in your wish list if you don't own it already, or get a second set. If you love it and you use it all the time, having a second set will be a dream. Having a third, even better. And you can even deconstruct this die set. Here I'm using just these flowers and a little bit of foliage and a little small flower. Now let's go into my second favorite floral die set, Vivid Blooms. Okay, crafters, so here is Vivid Blooms. Vivid Blooms is coming in at $16.50 from $32.99. Why do I have these 2 together? Because I was experimenting again, mixing, matching, and playing between the 2. Love this die set. This was one of my favorites in that whole choose your favorite last year. So Vivid Blooms, Spellbinders sent me this one. I bought 2 more at full price. Yeah, loved it that much. I bought it at full price. So I have 3 of these. So I run all 3 of these large flowers at the same time. Run these at the same time. Definitely lay out all this foliage and run them all at one time. Love, 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 love. So what's here on Vivid Blooms? A large flower, different styling than Club Blooms. This little bud right here. This flower, which goes off to the side. I love the little side flower too. And then these little flowers as well. And these, which can go there. And the foliage, fabulous. This big stem right here works very well with this one. So here is a card now featuring both collections. So I like to mix them up too. Just seeing where it goes. Why not? If you're new to crafting, like I would make a bunch of these cards, then I would go, you know what? I'm going to now move this. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to put 2 of these. I'm going to do, just play. Keep playing. And the more you play is the more you start to get that muscle of, oh yeah, the crafty mojo. So this was playing as well. That is what this whole card was just a whole study of, let me see if I can really stretch the 2 collections together. And you see how the large one works with that large stem right there? This is a more recent card as well. This now is coming back only into Vivid Blooms in my favorite colorway. I love it in the red, which I was so tempted to do here, but I said, no, let me go with pinks. So I even changed up the colorway, just stretching it a little bit. This is when the die set first released. This is a newer set, but you see how I'm still using the same colorway, but it's still fresh. A2, 5x7, love them both. After I made this card, I wanted to just do Vivid Blooms only. A2, 5x7, having fun. Here are 2 more cards. This is newer, this is older. And then you can deconstruct this one as well. Use as little as you want. So on this card, I'm only using the little piece here with that one. That's all I'm using on this. And then this one, I'm using the foliage and the little bud here. This is a sunflower die. This is fun too. Okay, crafters, up next, Be-Bold Blooms. Be-Bold Blooms is coming in at $22.04 from $31.49. This is an older die set, like maybe 3-4 years old. Still a fabulous die set. Why am I seeing all 3? Because, of course, I did a study of using all 3 together and see how that worked out, which is on this card, a Mother's Day card. Club Blooms, Vivid Blooms, Be-Bold Blooms, having fun with all 3 sets. So let's talk about this oldie but goodie. Fabulous set. Here I'm only using this little bud right here, which is just super duper pretty. How many sets of it do I have? Now, all 3 of these sets I purchased myself. I put the florals here, foliage here, and then the berries and bits over here. So I keep all 3 sets in my scrapbook.com storage envelope. This is another one that you can practice making right here. You can make a lot of cards with this example as well. Here's another version of it, and I do love it in Spellbinders pinks. So here it is on a shaker card, super fun. Here it is with one of Paul Antonio's sentiments, little bits of it, like how I use my garden wreath add-on for little bits. Isn't that fun as well? So if you don't have Bebo blooms, you might want to get one. And if you do have it, maybe you want to get another. Up next, here's another favorite of mine, Rainbow Bouquet, $20.25 from $27. I have a second set of this one too. When it went on super sale, oh yeah, I bought a second set. So you get this fun daffodil, the tulip too, and the boots. Now this card is this as intended, and these little flowers right here, oh, they're fabulous, this little white flower. So this is a fabulous die set. The large die of the month that was with this is already retired with the basket, which I'll show you in a second, every spring going into your Easter crafting and such. So this is the bunny basket, which is gone. But in this card, I'm using a combination of this and some of the bunny basket little florals here, like this one. And then deconstructing it further with a Paul Antonio sentiment. Look at this beauty, daffodils, and that small one. You see all of these? Using that second set of this, run it through quicker. If you are doing a project or doing multiples of something, let's say you are making thank you cards and you want to make 20, 50, 100. Best time to get a second or third set when they're on sale. Some of these prices are like half off. Then you're getting like 2 for 1. Like for example, Vivid Blooms was $16.50 from $32.99. That's 2 for the price of 1. All of a sudden you're crafting and you're going faster and you're saying, gosh, Suzanne was right. Yeah, this is faster. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Up next, Step into Spring. This is a beauty too. $20.25 from $27. Lots of fun with this little beautiful set. You get the leg here where you have the shoe with the Mary Jane and all the detail for it with the socks. You get the wildflowers. You can change out these flowers if you wish. Here's another card. So the wildflowers on the outside, and on this one, the wildflowers are tucked in. Super duper pretty. No wildflowers and making it into Dorothy from Wizard of Oz. Super, super fun. Step into Spring. Love this set. Up next, this is a oldie but goodie die set. This one is called Mini Blooms and Sprigs. This is $6 from $11.99. This is fabulous because of the smaller sizing. So with the card I just showed you, you don't want to do wildflowers. You want to do something a little bit more structured. This is a great set just for that. There's larger ones, smaller ones. What you're seeing here though, this is not one set. This is 4 sets, okay? So you're seeing 4 here, 4 of everything laid out on a 5x7 magnetic card. If I wanted to change this, let's say I wanted, instead of this style of daisy, I wanted this style, I would cut all of these at one time. So you can get 1 or 2 of this set and use it for little things, because sometimes you just want little things. For example, this card has a sentiment happy birthday and just needed little things. You see how small this is? Even the little leaf, look how small that is. Sometimes you just want things like this. If you love Yana Smakula, on a lot of her cards, sometimes when she just wants a little small thing, this is usually the set that she's going with. The oldie but goodie, because this set has that great sizing to bring it down to that little touches when you need touches. So this could be changed out with this easily. Thumbs up. Speaking of spring and Easter, there's a Dancing Happy Bunnies. This is coming in at $30 from $40. You get the bunny, which can be interactive right there with the legs swinging. You get a boy bunny outfit, a girl bunny outfit, just the Easter eggs, 2 sizes that you can use alone. You also get all these other bits with a bow and little, just fun, absolute fun. So let me show you my 2 examples. Here is the girl bunny. She's holding her little flower and her little bow and the eggs. And then here's a boy bunny with the paintbrush, and the paintbrush is here with the pail. Isn't that fun? Up next, this is the Say Cheese Classic Mouse Collection. This is a collaboration between Simple Stories and Spellbinders. So there are matching papers for all of this. Even with the seasons, there are still matching papers. There is a Christmas add-on. It's in this sale. I'm not going to talk about it because it is Christmas. And there is also a Valentine add-on, which is newer, not in the sale. You may see some of it on my examples, but what you need to play with Mickey and Minnie is the Steamboat Willie Duo dies. So this set works when it first released, also with the Christmas add-ons and the Valentine add-ons. If there's another add-on, it'll work with that too, okay? Hint, hint. Steamboat Willie Duo Dies is coming in at $18.48 from $36.95. That's a steal. At that price, if you love this set, if you are a big Disney fanatic like I am a Disney annual pass holder, and you're crafting a lot of Disney, you could get 2 for the price of 1 like this. Get 2 sets because this is another one that you want to do faster crafting with, okay? So here is everything for Minnie. Here is everything for Mickey. And then the hat for Minnie, hat for Mickey, which is a steamboat hat. There are diagrams for this, and there are diagrams showing you the different poses with the arms, okay? So definitely check that out. And then with this original release, there were lots of add-ons. This is part of the bundle you'll see. So when you see the bundle, this is what they're talking about. This is $43.82 from $62.60. Does that make sense? No. By itself at $18, okay? That's just me. You don't have to listen to me. Do your own thing. Now, an add-on set that is more, I think, a little bit more fun than this one. This has those bursts and that look of like fireworks. Flags and banners. This is a great price. $12.88 from $25.75. So these two together is roughly $31, $32, as opposed to these two being together as a bundle for $43. Okay? So when you're purchasing bundles, you want to get bundles at a steal. Look at the bundle too. Make sure that, oh yeah, I really do want this. Here is Mickey and Minnie together. So this is this die set. Having fun. And then I brought in some other die sets with it. Here is Minnie alone, and she has the Valentine add-on. Here is Mickey as Steamboat Willie by himself. This is also on sale. These dies too, the background. Here is another version of Mickey and Minnie with Mickey handing her instead of a flower, a present. So this is with the Christmas add-on. Super fun. And here's another version of them together. This is the Valentine add-on where their hands turn into a heart, okay? But this is not here with that. And the hat does change for Mickey and the little heart too. So lots of little fun bits with the add-ons. Could you stay right here and do a lot and still tell the story of being in love? Absolutely. So this is your winner right here at $18.48. For the frame and sentiments add-on, this is what it would look like. Here it is with Minnie. Here is the flags and banner. You see the difference between this and this? If you really wanted to do an add-on set, maybe this one. I love this just for the party element of it too. It really does have a birthday feel here, or like fireworks. And it comes with the sentiment, best day ever, okay? And look at Minnie. Look at all the outfits that you can change her into. Look at all the colorways. She's in her pinks. Here she is in her corals, red, white, blue. Lots and lots of fun with Mickey and Minnie. Here are 2 more cards with the Christmas add-on, which is in this sale too. So next to this, I'm going to put /COLL. What does that mean? COLL stands for collection. When I put out Say Cheese Classic Mouse, it's going to list all of them. And then you can see what's on sale, what's not on sale, and go from there, okay? So here is Minnie in pastels, and there she is in her Christmas colors. You see how the hat looks different here for Christmas for them? Super duper fun. Mix, match, play. This is the Say Cheese Classic Pooh collection. All of it is on sale. The brand new baby, that one is not on sale, but the other ones are on sale, okay? So Pooh and Piglet. This is a starter set if you want to get Pooh, Piglet, Honey Pot, lots of fun, and a balloon. $18.89 from $31.49. Tigger and Eeyore, they're friends. So fun. This is $15.68 from $31.35. This fun silhouette, this is $12.59 from $20.99. Pooh's Honey Pot, this is a large honey pot. I'll put the rate here on the screen. Now, when you see the bundle, what they're talking about is this, I believe, all 3 of these, the die bundle, which is $66.38 from $82.97. It's these 3. It doesn't include this one, okay? First up, here is Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, Eeyore. Look at them having fun. That's the large honey pot. You see how fabulous it is? Because Pooh can go inside of it. And notice all the good drips. There's drips here. There's drips on the small one. Super fun. This is an oversized card. Here are 2 more cards. These are both 5x7. Pooh and Pooh and Piglet. I did die cut that tree, just freehanding it. That tree doesn't exist as a die, okay? And then Pooh's shirt, I also freehanded. So that means I'm loving this set for me to take the time to fit clothes that doesn't exist. Yeah, because there's no shirt for him. This is more modern Pooh, but you can fussy cut a shirt and do all of this if you wish, okay? And then here is the silhouette. Isn't that fun? Look at the silhouette. This tells a whole story by itself too. Look at that night sky and everything. I think this is great. Love, 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 love. There is also Say Cheese Classic Pooh Birthday. This one is called Rabbit and Owl. All you see here is the owl. This set is $12.50 from $24.99. I couldn't find the die set, but this is half off, so you might want to get this too. Up next, crafters, here is Cozy Toes. So there is Cozy Toes slippers. This is the original older set. This is coming in at $30 from $40. Then there is the add-on Cozy Toes Friends. Cozy Toes Friends is $26.39 from $32.99. These can only be found exclusively at Spellbinders. This is a past kit club. This is a kit club add-on, okay? Fabulous and absolutely worth it because you can make so many cute, fabulous cards. Now, you will see something saying that there's a bundle, which is just these two together, the coordinating stamp. But you can also purchase this by itself. There are lots of fun sentiments in here, which you will also see on my example, okay? So you can get this by itself if you already own everything. Like I said, this is the starting set, which has the leg and the slipper. You have Santa, reindeer, bunny, all year round, especially for Easter too, penguin, and a monster claw. Cozy Toes Friends, frog, unicorn, baby shark, and another style of monster. So these two can be your Halloween. This can be your Easter, all year round, summer. This whole thing right here is your all year round. So this is it as intended, Cozy Toes slippers, the original set with Santa. See the legs? Here is that reindeer turned into a pig. So I just fashioned it into a pig. Super duper cute. Here it is with the unicorn, and that's the stamp. Here it is as a monster with the coordinating stamp. So super fun. The frog. And then this time I'm using Better Press. And over here I'm also using the coordinating stamp with the shark. Super duper fun. And here is my embossing folder in the background, linen. This is so super cute. And if you want to get the kids into crafting or just have fun with a friend making a bunch of cards, this is the set to do. And if you are a young crafter, this is a fun set as well. If you guys do like sleepovers and things, you could still have fun here. This is not just for little kids. This is for us big kids too. Going to that in-person workshop, you can make cards with this and make cards for friends and such, okay? Up next, crafters, continuing the fun. This is the Happier Hour collection, the newer collection, which is on sale. There is the Fountain Wishes die. This is $23.19 from $28.99. There is a special toast. This is bridal, celebratory, anything like that. This is $21.59 from $26.99. Don't just always think bridal though. This can really be celebratory. And then Sip Sip Olay. This is your party fun one, $21.59 from $26.99. They're all on sale. I'm going to also put /COLL for that, even with Winnie the Pooh too. And I did say that with the classic mouse as well. I'm going to put COLL. All right, here is the Fountain Wishes. Isn't this fun? So super pretty. I think this is just a darling card. Easy to make, and there is a diagram for this. Where you find the diagrams on the product page, scroll through the pictures, and I take a screenshot and then I print it out, okay? A lot of these die sets will have diagrams too. It looks like this, okay? To help you put it together. This is another fun one for a young crafter, new crafter. And at that sizing too, is great for your scrapbooking, mini album. You can make banners with this. You could have a banner with just a whole bunch of these sundaes. That would be really fun in your craft room too. A lot of crafters decorate their craft rooms with banners. They make their own banners and such, okay? So that's a fun one. Here is Sip Sip Olay. And each one of these sets, they will have coordinating Better Press with the die attached to it. Those are not on sale because that's Better Press, and there's no Better Press in this sale. This is mostly a die sale and then other supplies. So this is the fun Sip Sip Olay. Love that. I think that's such a great party card. Great for summertime too. And then a special toast. I did make this one bridal, but like I said, it could be happy graduation, anything. But definitely for bridal, it's ready to go. There's the hat. Up next, I'm going into the older Happy Hour collection, and I'll also put /COLL for that one. So Happier Hour, I'll have the COLL and this one too. Love on the Rocks, $14 from $27.99. Super fun set. This is where you can get your masculine cards from this one. Then there is Olive Martini, $13.50 from $26.99. And then Sunset in a Glass. Maybe fully retired. If it's not retired, I'm going to show it to you here on the screen how much it is. Love on the Rocks. Here are two versions. Masculine, feminine. Having fun both ways. Celebratory, love. It's the style of glass that makes it easier to work into your masculine cards too. If your guy loves a good martini, then you could do that as well for masculine. Here it is, celebratory. Here it is with the Christmas add-on and the Halloween add-on. These are on sale as well, the add-ons, okay? where you get the gingerbread and then the Halloween goodie with the hand too. Super duper fun. Both of these cards we made in the in-person workshop at Spellbinders 2 years ago. There's also this add-on, which is called Tropical Flair. And I love this one because it has lots of bits. It does give that whole summer vibe. So Tropical Flair is $10.50 from $20.99. Here it is by itself as intended. You get the citrus, you get flowers, you also get the little umbrella and a cute little flamingo, and then some tropical foliage. Here it is from the Weekender. And on this card, I'm turning it into a South Beach card. And I also have a version where I did everything here for Halloween. I love Halloween crafting. Didn't I say that before? Oh yes, I really love Halloween crafting because I can just go so crazy with it. Just like Christmas crafting. It's like both of them. Glitter, color, go, go, go. Halloween even more. Just all the way out. So I love both of these cards. And this one too. This was taught by Mindy Egan. She did a fabulous job because I need to reproduce this midnight sky thing that she taught us. That was fun. Alrighty, so all of that is on sale, okay? Definitely check them out. Up next, crafters, Flying High. This is from the Cheerful Chirps collection, so I will be putting beside this die, /COLL. It will include these 3 dies and a stamp set, but the only one I'm going to really focus on is this one. Flying High is coming in at $16.09 from $22.99. Fabulous set. You get the cockatoo, then you get this branch and some fabulous foliage and some pretty flowers. There is also pretty birds and Free Hugs Oscar, okay? But I did want to focus mainly on this one. She's the winner. So if your budget is tight and you want to get a nice bird set, this is a fabulous one to get. Look at the cockatoo. Look at the foliage and the fun. So this is your 2-for-1 die set right here. Love, 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 love. There is also a stamp set for it. Look at this version with the Tropical Flair that I just showed you from the Happy Hour collection. So I changed it up here just to see what it would look like. Here's another version of the cockatoo and look at the flowers at the top. You see, I love this. That's 4 cards already. This is an example of the pretty birds, the 2 birds on the swing. And here's an example of Free Hugs Oscar using the Flying High foliage and fun. And the flowers are here too from Flying High with this. So if you want to only get one set, get this one. It's fantastic. It doesn't always have to be like, oh, I just love birds. It just really has a great tropical feel. So it could even be for travel as well. Thinking of you. Hope this card makes you smile because this would definitely make me smile. It's a very pretty card. Such a winning die set. And check out the others too if you want to get the whole collection, okay? Crafters, if I'm starting to sound a little stuffy, I don't know. I'm like picking up a little scratch in my throat. So if you hear it from time to time, yes, it may be my allergies or something or my sinus. I'm not sure. Here is a different tropical bird set. This is called Tropical Friends. $20.25 from $27. You get a toucan and also a parrot. Look at that. Super fun. Whether you do this version, which is all right here, or you go the beak solid like that. Super fun too. So this is another great travel set. And it comes with foliage, flower, and a little branch. Could you use the branch from Flying High with this? Absolutely. And change up the foliage too. Mix, match, and play between the 2. Absolutely fabulous. Up next, I know I will soon be making Mother's Day and Father's Day card, which I just showed you a Mother's Day card anyway. And in Kit Club, I actually made one of each. So I'm already starting. So this is a fun collection. This is a Classic Road Legends. Each of these cards are on sale in this sale. There is also a die bundle. The individual works out cheaper. So let me tell you what it is. The die bundle, which will include all 3, Classic Car, Timeless Truck, and Muscle Car, is coming in at $48.28 from $68.97. Individually, each one is $11.50 from $22.99. All 3 individually is $34.50, okay? Total. So I would do the individual of this. So if you see the bundle, this is one that you can skip the bundle. But I am still going to put /COLL because there is other things within this collection that's on sale. Like if you want to get the speedometer and the word die set, if you want to do that, all of those are on sale. But I'm only highlighting this and a stencil. Here's a muscle car. This is Starsky and Hutch. There's the speedometer in the back, okay? Here is a timeless truck, and this is the word die set I was saying. It would have a low price point, okay? But that's the truck. And then the third set is Classic Car. This is my Mary Kay car, but it's not pink. It's more corally, but I was thinking Mary Kay with this one. And this is also part of the add-on dies. Coming back to my favorite card out of all of these cars is this one here with the Hallmark truck. So the stencil is in this sale, Scenic Drive Stencil, where you can make a background like this for Father's Day. This is coming in at $8.50 from $16.99 for the Scenic Drive. Could you change this and just have little critters here with that background? Absolutely. Up next, keeping up the theme of Father's Day, here's the Fairway and Fishtail die set. This is $20.25 from $27. Here are my two examples from the same die set. So this is a 2-for-1 winner. We have the golf club, the golf ball, and the tee, creating this whole scene. And then here's Dad fishing. This is a fun one if you don't own it already. Great for masculine cards quickly. Up next, going from Father's Day, now we're going to go into Baby. Bundle of Joy with the cute baby. This is $13.44 from $26.87. Swing Among the Stars with the interactive detail and this cute little hippo. This is $14 from $27.99. And then Go Kart Go. This is more for your older child, like a toddler or a young child. So cute. $12 from $23.99. I have this card here with the baby, which comes with a stork. Look at the beautiful scene. Love, love. And the baby comes together so easy. You could have a boy baby or a girl baby. Swing Among the Stars. You could have the baby in here. See my little hot air star swinging here with the elephant. The elephant is here, so you could do an elephant or a hippo, okay? And like I said, you could tuck the baby in here. Super duper cute. And then Go Kart Go. That's super cute as well. And I did do the little bunny. So there's a bunny or a monkey. And then these three adorable balloons, especially this one with the bear. Super duper cute. So all of this is on sale. Definitely check it out if you are in need of something fun like this. Love this set. Up next, Gorgeous You Makeup. This is another fun set for a lot of cards that are like birthday cards, thinking of you, bestie cards, anything like that. Even for your younger folks, like if you want to give cards to your tweens and teens, etc. Or if you want them to do crafting, this is a great collection for them to work with. So Gorgeous You Makeup, which will look like this. This is coming in at $18.48 from $36.95. You get a lot of goodies here. Most of it is over here. Gorgeous You Perfume. This is $13.50 from $26.99. Look at that. And this bow can work outside of this set as well. You can use it for a lot of things. Gorgeous You Makeup Bag. This is your interactive one that you can put in a gift card. This one is $15 from $29.99. Super fun. And to go along with this collection, there is a Gorgeous You Florals. This is $9.50 from $18.99. Here are some of the flowers right here. What you're seeing is two set. Spellbinders sent me one and I bought one, okay? And it's also over here with Paul Antonio. Super beautiful. Love the sizing too. Not too large. So this reminds me of like a smaller version of Vivid Blooms. Whale in a Bottle. Oldie, but definitely a goodie. This is a fabulous one. So Whale in a Bottle is going to be 30 from 40. This is great for your nautical cards all year round, actually, because you can put anything within that bottle outside of just always having a whale. Here it is as intended. Another Father's Day winner. Here it is with another Kit Club favorite, but look at that. Super fun. So we went from masculine to feminine. Love that. Here it is turned sideways for Father's Day. Love that as well. And lastly, here it is without the bottle, just the whale. And making this fun nautical shaker card. Love that too. Up next, Flower Cart die set. This is $16.50 from $32.99. Crafters, you just don't know how much it upset me the last time when I showed you in the last sale that this was on sale and I couldn't show you the card example. Well, I found my card example. I had taken it out because I was going to use it for a card in a recent video, which is the Happy Spring. I'll link my video here. That's like my most recent video. I was using it for that inspiration, okay? So this is $16.50. Isn't this fabulous? So you get the card and look how it makes a whole card and it will fit on an A2. I just stretched it out to a 5x7 and you get all these fun flowers and it says fresh flowers. Great for Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy birthday, even here or right here too. Why not? So there is a gift for you. Thanks so much. And fresh flowers. So you could even do it as a thank you. So pretty. Here is a card from Happy Spring where I'm using Simon Hurley's cute little bunny pals. And then here I was using this with it. Isn't that fun? Love, 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 love. So it is more formal here and it's more playful over here. Flower cart die set. Winner. Up next is a scallop journal card die. This side, not this one. This one will be on sale too, but I'm only covering this one. This is $10.50 from $20.99. Look at it here. Here it is as intended with the scallops. And then this detail. This detail is the winner. And then this is like the extra bonus with it. Right here. This is so fun with that swag detail. So you get the foliage base and then you build the florals on top. Here it is on a Paul Antonio large sentiment here and just framing out that sentiment. Sometimes I'll use my own garden wreath add-on to do the same exact thing. This set reminds me of mini blooms and sprigs with the smaller flowers, but they even have even smaller than this in that set, but still super cute. And you can play between the two as well. Up next, crafters, for all this spring fun, this is On the Farm. Below in the description box, I will put also /COLL, but instead of putting hey there stamp and die, I'm going to just put cow. And I may put S&D for stamp and die, or just cow, and then you'll look at it and then you'll see that it comes with the stamp set. So each one of these comes with a coordinating stamp set that has sentiments and then these cute little farm animals. Hey there, cow. This is coming in at $12.50 from $24.99. It's a larger die set. And all of these can have little outfits too if you want to make them more like characters instead of just like animals. Ham It Up, which will be pig. This one is $8.50 from $16.99. So you will see just the word pig. Spring Chicken is $6 from $11.99. Super duper cute. Counting Sheep would just be sheep. $10.50 from $20.99. This has the little sleeping cap because it's the Counting Sheep. Honk Honk Geese will just be geese. $6 from $11.99. All super duper cute. So let's look at my examples. Spring or summer on the farm. Change up the colorway. We can have a spring card. Just use certain bits and it can be a spring card. This one is more like a summer. Here is a little pig by himself. So super duper cute. And you see the fence comes with it, the grounding too. Here is the chickens. And here I put the outfit. And this one has the outfit as well. And you notice this one does not have the outfit because I have it as a farm scene. So I'm going more like standard with this one. And then over here, I'm having more fun with the little outfits. Fun. Look at the little chicks too. Adorable. And I love that they face both right and left so they can be looking at each other. Here is the sheep. You could be doing the whole thing with the counting sheep. And the geese. Love that. So, so, so cute. Love, love, love. Up next, I'm going to bring in this word die. This is the Serenade Sentiments die. This is $16.79 from $23.99. Lots of fun sentiments here with the shadow. So you get happy birthday, best wishes, thank you for, grateful, and thankful. So thankful you can use and grateful around fall or just all year round too. Just use it here in the Kit Club, best wishes. I also used it here, happy birthday, and here for fall, thankful. This is a great sizing, large enough to be seen beyond just cards, but it can work on your A2 vertical, and it can also work for your scrapbooking, mini albums, etc. too at this larger sizing too, especially these big ones, okay? Fun set. Okay, crafters, now I'm going to go into foundation dies. First up, Landscape Edges die. This is $10.50 from $20.99. This is 7 inches long, and you get a grass edge, a hillside edge, and a cloud edge. If you watch my Happy Spring, I used it here for the little detail, and you also saw it earlier on these two cards here for the grass. Fun, fun, fun. This is a great set for scene building, okay? Up next are two of my favorites. This is Perfect Touch Rectangles and Starshine Background. I like to talk about these two together because they work so well together and they also work fabulously on their own. Perfect Touch Rectangles is a steal. $15.68 from $31.35. Starshine is also a steal. $15 from $29.99. Love both of these fabulous foundation dies. This is the one though that if your budget is tight and you can only get one set, this is the one to get. The largest die in Perfect Touch Rectangles is an A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. Comes in 6 more times to a tag. On my recent video, Make It and Bake It, I'll link it here if I still have any links available. I'm using it here for the 2 layers. I love the detail. But this detail, funny enough, is working here like feminine, but it can also work masculine. You see the 2 layers? I'm holding it at different angles so you can catch it in the light. I love, 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 love this die. It works fabulously on masculine cards. Once you go into the darker colors, you have a masculine card done in 2 seconds. I'm so happy about that because I used to struggle a lot with masculine cards. In the past, it would always be like, I need a gear. Gear and steampunk. That was always my thing for masculine cards. Now it's like, oh, I can make anything into a masculine card now. Here's another version of masculine card. So even though I have the cloud and the whole golf course, I still used it here just to add something instead of just having a one layer card. It's like 2 layers and then it still tells a story. So fun, right? Love it. Here's a boys card too with the bunnies. Here it is on another card telling a story with a stencil. So the stencil could have just been an A2 and be done, but by doing the 2 layers, now this layer is not from here. This is another die set. So this die set works seamlessly with other foundation dies too. So you can have like 2 or 3 foundation dies to this and it still makes sense and it still works. It's not like overdone. That's another fabulous thing. And here it is now 3 layers with better press and better press. This is a different die as well. So it's 2 of this and then another one here. Isn't that interesting? Here it is creating more distance with the spacing. By creating this panel, I have enough space to fit this little small image and a sentiment and then leave this out here, but it's not so plain. It has the beautiful detail. And lastly, here it is for the holidays, Halloween and Christmas. Fun, 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 fun. Love, 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 perfect touch rectangles. And you've seen it on other cards as well. I've used it way too many times. This is a fabulous one. Put this one in your wish list if you don't own it already. She is a by far winner, by far. Up next, Starshine background, loves to work alongside perfect touch rectangles. So this is 15 from $29.99. Outside here, perfect touch rectangles. Inside here, Starshine background. And look at it on a stenciled image. So coming back to this card, you could have your stencil like this. You could also have your stencil like this with the texture. Fabulous. I love to dry emboss this. And what I use is a universal plate system. And I use that floppy mat, that whole sandwich to do the dry emboss. Fabulous. Love, 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 love. I love the texture and feel. Here it is on a more recent card from the Make It and Bake It. Here it is in the background giving texture and telling a story with all this big good fun. This is such a fabulous collection. I don't think I have any more links, but you can look at my recent videos and you can watch this one because thumbs up to Tina. Again, Tina, thumbs up again. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Look how fun this is. Love, love, love it here in the background. So it's just a great background die all year round. Here it is again. This is a better press image though in the background. Here it is in a yellow color and then with a little tag. And here it is for the holidays. With this card in particular, when I had put the large sentiment and then I brought in the little poinsettia, I still had too much space here. Just to tell the story, bring it all in together, I brought in this. Even with the 2 layers, it was still looking too plain. That's when I decided to pull Starshine, run it through, and then it filled up all of this too without having to have so much white space. So this can fill up that need when you're looking at your card and you're like, what are you missing? This is a great one to give you that quick solution. Starshine background. Up next, here are some fun arch dies. And I just finished talking about this in the Happy Spring video. Make-A-Wish arch labels, by far winner. $15 from $29.99. Essential arches. This is an essential winner. $14 from $27.99. These can work together and they can also work on their own. They're fabulous arch dies. This is a brand new card you guys haven't seen yet. This is from the All Your Senses collection. Look how it ties in and tells a whole story with this better press image, which I just had plain. If it was a rectangle, it would work, but I think it works so much better here. So the largest die is in A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch, comes in 6 more times to this tag. And I'm using 2 layers here, that outer layer and this layer. And look how pretty that is. Love, 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 love. Another more recent card is this one. Now, why I'm showing you this one, because this is funny. This is just a rub-on right here. You know how plain your card can look if you just use just a rub-on only and then just some gems? But what is tying it all in, finishing the card, helping you do it so super quick? This die. This die is also a chameleon. It can play elegant, serious, and then it can also play playful, young. It morphs when needed, depending on your needs. And it can also go masculine too. It's a fabulous set, Make-A-Wish arch label. Here it is with a stamped image. And you saw it earlier here with this beautiful die cut for birthday. Now we're going to go into more serious cards with it. Here it is more serious and more elegant. Look at this, thinking of you and the with sympathy. Again, more elegant, more serious. Beautiful cards, even working with wax seal. Now, what you're seeing here, these two layers, that is coming into essential arches, because you notice you don't see this detail. So essential arches works with this one very easily and very well for clean layers. When you want clean layers, reach for this one. It's also working with this one too for the clean layer, and this as well. So I like to use these two together. So I keep them all in a scrapbook.com storage envelope, all my arch dies. And lastly, here it is for holiday cards. Look how pretty that is with specialty paper too. Fabulous, fabulous. When you just want to dial up the elegance very quickly. When I had stitched up this cardinal, I didn't know where I was going to go with it. I was like, let me pull out a foundation die. And wow, look where it took it. So fabulous. Love, 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 love. 3 layers. Love this. So that's Make-A-Wish Arch. Now we're going to go into essential arches. I showed you a few examples of these two. Now let me show you some more examples of just this one. Actually, here's another example. Make-A-Wish Arch here and then it out here. So if you cut 2 layers, then you can put a piece of acetate and turn this into a shaker. And you get 16 dies in this one. Largest die is also an A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. And then it comes in 15 more times. There's also a shaker dome to go along with this. And here it is again, that layer. This layer out here, that is Perfect Touch Arches, not on sale in this sale. So this is going to be full price. But for these 2 layers, the inner detail and this detail, that's what I'm using. And I have Perfect Touch Arches out here. And then for the inner detail, to finish up this story, using this again. Thumbs up. Sometimes I want the inner layer to have this. Most of the time, I like that inner matting layer to be clean. Okay? Fabulous. Both of them. These are both now steals. This might be the time. Up next, arch label and tag. Now, this is an arch, but it's more of a different style of arch. This one is $20.99 from $29.99. This is a fun one too. She can go playful and it can also go more into serious, but this one can also tell a story. This is my storytelling one. I love to use this one when I want to tell a story quickly and just have that shape. So this is 14 dies. Largest die is also an A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. Comes in 13 more times. There is a tag and then a matting layer for that tag. Here it is telling a story. Look at that in the background for that sky detail. Starshine background. Because I just had so much empty space and I just wanted texture. And it does have a feel too. When you do the dry emboss with it, I'm telling you, thumbs up for how fabulous it is. Here it is now more serious. A Father's Day card. Here it is, more playful for the holidays. Here it is with a coordinating set, which I think is now retired, but I'm glad I do have that. Here it is for Halloween. Look at that, 2 layers. I could put a piece of acetate, turn it into a shaker, and here it is for Christmas. And this is the detail here from Flying High with the foliage and the branch. Love that too. And lastly, here it is 2 ways for the holidays as a layer with a stamped image and then a sentiment. And here it is cutting out a window to create a frame on a 5x7 card. You could turn this A2, just use a smaller die to cut out a frame. Isn't that fun? So this is a great one to add to your stash, especially if you don't have an arch with this style of shape. If you have just a standard arch, this is a fun one. And I love it for those scene building cards too. Fabulous. Up next, crafters, Essential Stylish Ovals. This is $12 from $23.99. Normally beside it, I would have Essential Modern Ovals, but it's sold out. I love this set. The largest die is an A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch, comes in 15 more times. So there's lots and lots of fun layers here. Here it is with Simon Hurley's Sending Hugs, cutting out a window for this 5x7 card for those cutie patooties. Here it is twice on 2 new cards that you have not seen from me. This is Paul Antonio. This is my birthday wreath add-on. And I was trying something new. I press the sentiment and then turn it horizontal instead of being like this. 2 layers here of this and then fitting it on an A2. If this was Essential Modern Ovals, my oval would be much taller and tighter like a capsule. Here it's a little bit wider, but it's still an oval, okay? So this is a fun one to add to your stash. And there is a shaker dome for this as well. So these are newer cards. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Look at what's in the background. Starshine. So fun, giving texture and fun. Here it is again with a small image, but I needed the width. And here it is cutting out a nice window to be an airplane, like when I'm flying to Arizona. Yay. On the way to the crop. So this would be the plane going on the way to the workshop. Love, love, love. Essential stylish ovals. Up next, everlasting circles. This is another fun one that's a great storyteller. Also cuts out great windows. You can use it for shakers. This is coming in at $12 from $23.99. You've seen it in a couple of my examples already. Here it is, right here, to build on my wreath with. Here it is again, cutting out a window for a ghost. Here it is with the little cockatoo. So you see how it tells a story each way? Love that. Do you have to have this to build my wreath? Absolutely not. Here are 2 cards featuring a wreath circle without the use of everlasting circles, okay? Largest die here is 4 1/4 inch, comes in all the way down to 1/2 inch, okay? If you just attach end to end, it will form its own circle, but you don't have to have it. For this card, the background has that embossing and I wanted it clean here. Same thing with this one. That's my linen embossing folder, and then here I wanted it clean. It just depends on what you want. So sometimes I'll use it. It makes it easier to build a wreath base on because it is a perfect circle, but you don't need it. Clearly, you don't need it. Here it is also cutting out a window for a boy's card. So this is just a real fun essential set as well. Everlasting circles. Up next, one of my by far favorites. This is my Crafty Assistant. I use this die set the most out of all of my foundation dies actually. Precision layering A2 sets A and B. 16 dies in each set. They should be the same price, but they're like few cents difference. Set A is $15.68 from $31.35. Set B, $15.75 from $31.49. I don't know why, but they're just a few cents difference. Both of them are fabulous. Largest die in set A is your A2, 4 1/4, 5.5 inch. Largest die in set B is 1/8 of an inch shorter. So when you want to get tight layers, this is the set to reach for. When you want to map out something, this is also the set to reach for. Here are 2 examples of it. Looking at this card, I can tell with the spacing, I'm probably using a lot of A. With this super tight spacing, I'm using 1 from A, 1 from B. When the spacing gets tight, it's 1/8 of an inch all the way around, which is really 1/16 on each side, okay? So if you stay with one set, and if your budget is tight, you can get set A. Your spacing will be 1/4 of an inch all the way around, 1/8 of an inch on each side. When you go between the two, then you get this tight layer. You'll get a wider layer like this if you just keep one set and work with one set. But like I said, if your budget is tight and you can only get one, treat yourself to set A. Put set B in your wish list and get it later. I also love to use these dies to frame out sentiments too, like these 2. When I glimmered both of these Better Press sentiments, I put the die on and then decide where I'm going to cut it. I love doing that as well. That's why I use it so much. Here it is with this card, 2 layers. So it's cutting out the layers, but it's also cutting out the detail on this one. You see how the image is running straight up? I'm holding it at different angles so you can see the detail with the hearts running straight up. Love that. This is a very clean card. 2 more clean cards. These 2. Although they're in black, I think you can see the layers. So here you see 1 layer and another layer. This is spacing it out even further. I think I'm using 1 from A and 1 from B though. And then this looks like this is just A for both layers. See how it's not super tight? See how the layer is kind of wide here? 1/8 of an inch. So I'm using A for both. Here's a brand new card you have not seen from me. Notice how even though it looks loose, but the faces do run straight down. I put on the die and then die cut it and then also cut out that other layer as well. It's also a great set if you want to make very clean cards, because when you cut the layers with this, you also get a nice embossed edge, like a clean edge on it. This is multiple layers of these 2 playing together to make this card. This was like me trying to be Jennifer McGuire. You know, you open it up, this is here, but when you close it, you don't see it. Oh, this took me so long to make. But this is when you really have fun with it too. You can have that kind of fun with this as well. This is a layer of acetate here, and then all these multi-layers. So you see how you see the largest in A and B right here, and then out here, playing between the 2 and then doing all of this. I need to make something like this again. This was a half fun card. What do I mean by half fun? Not tons of fun, because I was thinking a lot when I was making this one. What do I do here? What? Oh, wait, I want acetate. Why am I stressing myself out? No, give it a try. And yeah, I was going through the whole thing making this one. So these are your winners as your crafty assistants. You will reach for them time and time again. Yes, they are just a set of rectangles, but they are fabulous rectangles. And if you notice in my packaging here, they're laying flat. Normally with dies like this, especially in these larger sizing, you keep using them, they start to bend like this. These don't bend. And if they do bend, let's say you have a brand new crazy tight die cut machine like a Gemini and you run this through and it curves, just flex it back a little bit. But it won't be like other dies that flex and can't go back and then they keep cutting wonky. Because sometimes when they bend at this type of sizing, they'll start to cut that rectangle wonky. This stays flat, and I've used her in every kind of machine, and it's mostly in the Platinum 6. And the Platinum 6 is not a very loose die cut machine. It is a tighter die cut machine, but it's not crazy tight. I don't like crazy tight die cut machines because they over emboss. But I also have a looser one, which is like the Big Shot, but I use the Big Shot for foil. One day I'll talk to you about all of that, where I'll show you my whole die cut thing, because I do have a lot of die cut machines, but the main one I use is actually the Platinum 6. But you notice how, here, look how flat it is in my packaging. No warping. So they're very strong too. They're fabulous die sets. So treat yourself to this if you can. And like I said, if the budget is tight, get set A, okay? Alrighty, moving on. Up next, here are the cousins to the Precision Layering A2. I have asked Spellbinders, and when I go there in person, I'm going to ask again, can we get Precision Layering A7? Because that would be fabulous. This is what we have now, though, which is the 5x7 Matting Basics, set A and B. Only 7 dies in each set. But this is a steal. Set A is $16.50 from $32.99. Set B, $18.50 from $36.99. I don't know why there's a price difference because they're both the same exact thing, but there is. If your budget is tight, you can do a lot of layering with just set A. Set A will be 1/8 of an inch shorter than your 5x7 size. So the largest die is not a 5x7. That's another reason why I want Precision Layering A7. Then it would have 16 dies for the 5x7. That would be like, oh my goodness, I'd be just so happy to have that. That would make me make even more 5x7 cards. This is a smaller layer than the biggest one here, the B, okay? So you can have lots of fun with this just on a larger scale. Put 2 of them together, and I need to revisit a card like this where I use 2 and then I turn it into a frame. I could put a piece of acetate and turn it into a shaker, but here I just have it as a frame with a better press image. Fun. Yana has a brand new collection. Maybe I'll do that, frame it out, because when it's framed like this, you could just put a little ribbon here and hang it up like decor. Why not? Here are 2 cards. This one is Glimmer and this one is Better Press. Look how fabulous it is, and look how many layers it has cut. So fabulous. A lot of times it will also emboss this, which looks really pretty as well. So you see all the layers? So on the outside, that's 5x7, then it comes on in. These are my poinsettia from Christmas Wreath Add-on. And I use it also to frame this out, because this was a large image. You see how I have it framed out all the way to the edge? I just put the die, because I will glimmer it big and then put this die on and pick where do I want it to cut. Same thing like this. That's exactly what I did. If I use a trimmer, it's not going to be straight, and I'm going to be like really irked about it, because sometimes if it goes off a little bit, I can see it, and then that just gets a whole thing going on in my mind. So I love the layers. This has 3 layers, 1, 2, 3. But it also can work on an A2. So let's say you're like, oh, I don't do 5x7, but you want to get one set just in case to play. You can also work it here on 2 A2 cards. This is a Glimmer background. I only have one background, and I use the pop out, the piece that popped out, and made a second card. But you see, when you use it on an A2, it'll be tall and narrow like a capsule. And then that piece was brought over here with a wax seal, thumbs way up. So you can stretch this into an A2 card as well. It will work. And here it is on an A6. Now here you can see the embossed detail on Brush Gold cardstock here. You see it? That little line? So pretty, because it looks like a frame. So this is an A6, 4.5, 6.25 inch. That's in here too, okay? So that's it for 5x7 Matting Basics. I will ask again for the Precision Layering A7. It won't be a cheap die set though, I can tell you that much, because when they're big like this and 16 dies, but it will be so worth it. And so many of us do make 5x7 cards. It's not just folks who play with Anna Griffin cards that make 5x7. We make them too. But she's famous on the 5x7. This is the Tunnelscapes collection. Tunnel Clouds is on sale, Rainbow Slice, Underwater tunnel, not on sale, might be out of stock. So I'm going to move this one out the way. Tunnel cloud will give you something looking like this, okay? But these two are on sale. And you're seeing this one the most. Tunnel clouds is coming in at $25.87 from $36.95. Rainbow slice, $23.09 from $32.99. This is my favorite out of all three of them. If your budget is tight, I would suggest getting this one. You will use this one the most, but these also have fun storytelling feels to them as well. So you can put the whole collection in your wish list. They go on sale from time to time. And this one has that fun V shape. So let's start off with Rainbow Slice first, seeing that I'm talking about the fun V shape. Here it is with a rocket for a boy's card. Look at that, with Simon's little rocket. This is also on sale, the To the Moon rocket. Here it is, Marine Life. And here it is with its flowers, and it has a ton of flowers too. Here with the coffee card, okay? So it's super fun, and you can use as much of these V-shaped layers as you want or as little. Mix, match, and play with this fun one, Rainbow Slice. Love, love, love Tunnel Cloud. Here it is on a recent Kit Club card from this month's Kit Club. That's the small die of the month. Here she is with all the layers. Be fearless. Isn't that fun? And I'm using all three layers here. Most of the time I'll use two, and you also get a moon, stars, sun, and clouds. This is a recent card as well. Super duper fun. Look at that. Just telling a story. It's a great storyteller. Here it is again for spring, and it's a fun birthday card. You saw it here with the baby card, telling the whole story with the stork and the clouds and everything. I tell you, winner. Here it is, 5x7. Here it is, A2. And you can use this small one in an A2. I believe this one will also work on an A2 without going over. Okay, you will still have a border. But I do love it on a 5x7 because I like to have space to then put the sentiment. Like what you're seeing here. See how I leave enough space to put the sentiment? I love doing that time and time again. Here it is when it first released. So there is some add-on dies to it. The only add-on die I saw was the marine one. I'm not sure if the birds are still there. Two more fun ones. This one was from the Weekender. Look at that. So fun. And here it is with a great little die cut image. So if you have a small little die like this, but you want to fill up a whole space, this is a great one as well. And for those of you that love the Halloween crafting like me, you know I had a great time making this card. Look at that background with the green clouds and then the ghost coming out. And it tells the whole story just because of this large cloud here. Tell you, by far winner. If you don't own it, if you like cards that kind of tell its own story and will tell the story quickly, will help you craft quickly, this is the fun one to get, okay? That's why I always like to talk about it and always suggest that you get this because it'll help you along. It'll help you finish cards like that, along with the Make-A-Wish Arch and the rest of them. But this one here does a different style of story. It's not so structured like the rest. This one is more, like that. Playful, fun, yay. You saw it earlier too with the pickup truck with the stencil that I told you about for Father's Day. Fun. I tell you, it's a fun set. Alrighty, by far winner. Alrighty, crafters. So in cardstock, a lot of cardstock is on sale. Not all of it, but a lot of it in both sizes, both the 8.5 by 11 and the 12 by 12. I only have 8.5 by 11. Like I said, not all the colors are on sale. Some of the popular colors are not on sale, but a lot is, okay? And anytime you can get Spellbinders Color Wheel cardstock on sale, that's the best time to stock up on it. Also on sale are some of the swatches as well. So I'll talk about this in a second. So this is a sampling of how it starts. You start off with Poppy and then there'll be 47 more colors. So in the order that it goes, it's Poppy, Pomegranate, Cranberry, and then Blush, Tutu, and Dahlia. So I like to keep them in their packaging like this. And then I pull out one or two and then I keep them in a Totally Tiffany, which has now changed names, but I keep it in a little thing and then I go that way. So I'm going to show you here on the screen what the color order is. It starts off with Poppy and it either ends with black or white, which is Raven or Classic White. That's the order. It's important to keep the colors that way for reordering purposes and to know what you're using, especially again for reordering purposes. Certain colors, like the blues and some of the purples and some of the other colors, they're like a whole gamut of it. And then when you start mixing them, that's when you start to get confused. So it's nice to keep the order. That's why I like to keep them in packages like this. For example, working right here, it's very easy to mix up these two and start to mix them up. So I like to also keep my swatches in order as well. So it starts off with Poppy and it ends off with Classic White, okay? There's also some sets. I'll come back into this in a second. There is a sample set if you want to give it a try. And I did buy it the last time that this was on sale. So this is the full 48 colors. That means that's all the colors in order. Notice it's starting off with the poppy and ending with the classic white. So you would keep this in order if you want to sample it and just see what you want to order after that. Like if you just want to get a pack and just see, this is great. This is $7.49 from $9.99. So you get one of each. You can also use the swatch die on here. Notice how it fits? So that's fabulous. So this is one option. Then there's another option, full 48, and that one is going to be 8.5 by 11. So that will be this size, 5 sheets each, $127.49 from $169.99. That's a great deal. Notice the difference, $127 from $169. So if you're curious and you just want to get 5 sheets of each color, it'll be full size like this, okay? But it's only 5 sheets. Individual packs will have 10 sheets. The individual packs that are on sale at 8.5 by 11 is $5.99 from $7.99. So some colors you will see as $7.99 and then the rest you'll see as $5.99. And you can also sample it this way as well. All sorts of fun. Then there are also some assorted packs. Assorted pack will have 20 sheets. And those are $11.99 from $15.99. There's a cool pack, a warm pack. So cool colors, warm colors, you can also get that too, okay? Now let's pretend this is 12 by 12, starting off with poppy again. You can get the full 48 of 12 by 12 inch. So below in the description box, I'll put full 48, 12 by 12, one each. That means that you're only getting one sheet each of 12 by 12 of the 48 colors. $47.24 from $62.99. Not bad. And then there's a full 48, 12 by 12, 5 sheets each. This one gets a little pricey, but then you're at a 12 by 12 and you're getting 5 sheets each. It's going to be a big, thick pack. $209.99 from $279.99. So that's a big difference. This is smooth cardstock. So you can use this in your electronic die cut machine if you love to, cut 12 by 12 and such. Or you can explore the 5 sheets each at $127.49 with the 8.5 by 11, okay? And I'm going to put this aside so I can keep it all in my order because I have to stack them all back. I keep them in a little bin that I got at Hobby Lobby, and they go from poppy to the classic white, always. All right, up next, the swatch. Let's swatch it. Let's talk about this fabulous swatch. Color swatch petal die, full price, not on sale, but the rest of them are on sale. So this is going to be $23.99. There is a newer die to work with. This is called the Color Swatch Petal Stack die, which will give you this. So with the Color Swatch Petal, the one at 23, you get a back layer, which I have in 110-pound cardstock, super thick. So this will last me for many, many years. And then on top, I cut this cardstock, and then I also put a layer here for the reinforcer. So when you put it on a ring, it doesn't just rip out and get all wonky, okay? You still need this to use this. These layer on top of that solid one. There's a solid one in the back and then this, okay? Color swatch stack is $8 from $15.99. That's a steal for this one. So if you have this, you might want to get this if you don't own it already. And then you can put your favorite color combos, like so. And put them on a ring, like so. Then there is a color swatch wheel. This is coming in at $15.68 from $31.35. You'll get something like this. Right here, I did cut off one because I'm only using 5 colors. When it's full, it's going to be 6 slots. The reason why this has a higher price point because you can run one color and then you get 6 little pie pieces. This is great, I guess, to teach kids things too with the colors and everything. For example, I love pink, so I'd have a whole thing of pink, or you could do one color too, and here's the reinforcer as well, okay? And at the bottom, you can use a coordinating stamp for the 48 colors only, or you can also write. So here I have Hero Arts Azalea cardstock and Spellbinders older persimmon cardstock. So you see that I could write it out too. So that's fun as well. Before Spellbinders came out with this, I was actually using this. Look how thin this is. I mean, really, it doesn't have any reinforcer. I'm surprised it hasn't fallen apart yet. This is by, I think, Catherine Puller, I think. This is all older Spellbinders cardstock, essential cardstock. But I still have it because I took the time to make it. But I do love this better. I love the big piece too because I can see this very easy as opposed to this here. You know what I mean? This is a color swatch name stamp. This is $8.50 from $16.99. Here are all 48 color wheel cardstock colors. All here. Most of it is actually in alphabetical order. Some of it isn't, but it's very easy to use and stamp out, as you've seen on this example here. See all the names? And I stamped this by hand too, which is crazy. Normally I would use a MISTI, but no. And I did stamp it out here as well, just to know what colors these are, okay? Super fun. So at $8.50, you might want to get this too. And lastly, in cardstock at a full 8.5 by 11 inch. This is treasured cardstock. This is Spellbinders assorted specialty cardstock. 15 sheets in each pack, 5 styles, 3 sheets each. Each style has glitter metallic, matte metallic, brush metallic, mirror metallic, and pearl. The cost on this is $7.49 from $9.99. I pulled out this one because this is a new pack. But I love to keep this when I show it to you in the video, but it's not this size, okay? This is just that little cheat sheet here. So it's easier for me to show you in a video. So there is silver, gold, what you're seeing, rose gold, antique white on sale and in stock, yay, ruby red, onyx, black, and aquamarine. Look at this blue. So super pretty. So all of these are on sale, all of them, unless they just sold out. But I am back to using my treasured cardstock again. Like I said, 15 sheets, 5 styles, 3 sheets each. This will last you a long time. More in supplies. Gems are on sale. $2.25 from $4.49. Splatter white is on sale, and this is a steal. Splatter white is $4.50 from $8.99. That's a steal. I'm going to put another bottle in my cart because I love this stuff. Here are some quick examples of splatter white on a card. Beautiful, right? Love, 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 love. Look how fine this detail is. Love that. Up next, this is an open pack of Susan's Garden Specialty Cardstock. 10 sheets in the pack. This is your steal too, especially if you love Susan Tierney Coburn's floral dies. This is $5 from $9.99. I have never seen it at half off. This is the time to get a pack or 2 or 3 or 4, okay? If you do any flower forming like this, some of these beauties, look at this. And she has a lot of dies too. I'll put a link for her. Right next to this cardstock, I'll put /COLL so you can look at what's on sale in this sale for Susan Tierney Coburn, okay? Because look how fabulous this is. You need to have this cardstock to make flowers like this and have them last. This is like well over 2 years old, or maybe even 3. Look at that. Listen to that. You can wet it. You can use alcohol markers on it. You can use ink on it. And then when it dries, it turns into like 3D. You see? Beautiful. This is where you want your Mother's Day cards to be, or a birthday card too. Love. And she has lots of tutorials. Lots of her videos are on Facebook and on Spellbinders YouTube channel. If you're curious, get some of her cardstock at $5 from $10. Winner. 2 for 1. Love it. And you'll use a lot too when you cut her dies, because sometimes one flower is like cutting this 5 times and things like that. So I had to tell you about the Susan Specialty Cardstock. For those of you that follow Susan too, this is the time to get maybe even 4 packs or 5. And lastly, Spellbinders has adhesive sheets. I do have one in my cart. I normally use my Sizzix adhesive sheets. I bought a bunch from Hobby Lobby back in the day when they used to carry Fabulous Crafting. Now they only carry Cricut Crafting. But anyway, I digress from the sadness, because I used to really love going there for crafty stuff too. But now it's like mostly home decor and Easter right now and things like that. Probably Christmas next month. So anyway, Spellbinders adhesive sheets is 8.5 by 11 inch. It's 4 in a pack. It's a steal. $3.50 from $6.99. If you use a lot of adhesive sheets, you'll still have time to use a 4-pack at that sizing. I have the Sizzix packs that are like 6 by 6, but I used to buy them when they had coupons from back in the day. And I've been hoarding them now, but now that I see that Spellbinders does have adhesive sheets, I'm like, oh, well, I think I'm going to get some of those too. Add it to my stash, and especially on sale, thumbs up. I may get 4 packs of that too. Alrighty, crafters, that is it for this fabulous sale. Everything will be detailed and linked below. Take your time shopping this sale, because I did not cover a lot of the Christmas in the sale, but there is a lot there, and there was a lot of Christmas last year. So if you have things on your wish list and you are slowly getting some of these Christmas goodies that you saw, this might be the time to pick up some of those as well. Remember, check your wish list, check your rewards. Rewards at Spellbinders equals cash. Yay! Also, definitely check out the crafty event. Both of them will have limited numbers, okay? I'm not sure about the virtual, but I have a feeling that's going to be limited too because of how many kits they're going to put together, okay? So check out both of those. And if you are flying in for the in-person and you haven't booked your hotel and air yet, check out Orbitz. You can check individually the hotel and also the airline. And I'm telling you, it was a lot for me. And then when I merged the two together at Orbitz, I did my own steals and deals for myself. Yay! Alrighty, crafters, I'm going to get to editing, and I hope you enjoyed this sale. Until the next video, stay crafty, my friends. Bye!